Weeks after Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany, Dachau was built to serve as a template for other concentration camps during the Holocaust. Hitler's reign lasted until 1945. While he was in power, many other concentration camps were built. During this time, he attempted to eradicate certain ethnic groups, killing 12 million people, 6 million of which were Jewish. I spoke with Germans to find out what followed after the Holocaust and the effects on their lives today.
In Germany, this is a really difficult subject to talk about because there are still lots of people who don't want to talk about this because, especially the older ones, because they have lived in this time. Most of the people didn't know about all of the crimes of the Nazi regime, and there's been a massive shock for them. And they're trying to handle that, and it's been a long time where they really didn't know what to do.
The generation right after the war, they just wanted to suppress everything. They wanted to get on with their lives. They just wanted to basically drown everything in hard work and forget about the Nazi past and their own responsibilities and their own guilt. And then when their children basically came of age in the late 1950s, early 1960s, they started asking these uncomfortable questions. And then in the 60s, you had this whole, like in America, you had this big political change of climate.
With the flower power generation, the younger came and said to their parents, what did you do between 33 and 45? We never talked about this. You never talked about this to your children. You are guilty. And the parents said, no, we are not guilty. Oh yes, you are. And then came a great fight between the parents and this generation.
Germans, for the most part, have resolved the conflicts surrounding the Holocaust. Not surprisingly, though, this period still has huge effects on today's society.
It's still feels like we have to apologize when we talk about the Nazi regime. When I went to America, I saw a play, and it was no problem for them to put up the swastika sign on the wall. And here, I don't think I could imagine anyone putting up a swastika behind the stage.
I mean, any sort of overt display of patriotism or nationalism has been totally discredited in Germany by the Nazis. So ever since World War II, it's basically been considered politically incorrect to display the flag, to sing the national anthem. So basically you're frowned upon if you wear a flag or raise a flag or basically display any sort of patriotism.
I don't know, in other countries people show their flag whenever they can and talk about their country with pride, and I think we should be able to do that, but it's just not possible because we still, once we start talking about it, we realize that, oh, now we could say something that people abroad could see as a way of, showing some nationalistic ideas.
We are taught in history or in politics what evil things there are in Nazism and in dictatorship.
Also in teaching curricula and guidelines to sort of teach them as Germans you're not guilty of what happened back then because of course you weren't born, but you're responsible for what is being done with the past and how the past is treated and how the memory of the victims is treated.
From Dachau, Germany, this is Fletcher Bach reporting.